Welcome to YLL. It's your girl Jazz Young, and I'm back with another one. Welcome to Motivational Monday, guys. I hope that today has been filled with love, happiness, and peace. I pray that everybody who got their week started already, with their work week started, I pray that it's been filled with goodness and nothing but positivity. And if you were off today, like I was, we're back to work tomorrow, doing the Lord's work, as I would say. That's how I feel, and that's what I do. Okay. Today's motivational quote is: "Let us think of ways to motivate one another to acts of love and good works," and that comes from Hebrews 10:24, the NLT version. Um, y'all, we gotta get to doing positive things and being positive to other people. I know that sometimes it's hard because we can't trust people. Sometimes it's hard because it becomes a mental break for us. But, I feel like God speaks through scripture, God speaks through song, God speaks through people. And the things that I've seen via on my social media, I'm just like, yeah, it's time for us to have this conversation of more positivity, and doing good things for people. And so I challenge you guys this week to do a kind thing for someone you don't know. But if you're not there yet, because sometimes you got to meet people where they are, do something kind for someone you do know. Let's just be a kind person this week. Let's do some kind acts. Especially if you God fearing like me, I think that we have to promote more of acts, actions that promote love and work and good works, things that we should be doing, the ethical thing, because I'm in ethical class right now. Well, actually, it was my last week. But, just being ethical, being right, doing what's right. And my person, okay, y'all, I've been meaning to talk about her for a minute, just because she has been motivating me in ways that I don't even think she realizes. And I may not know where to start or how to start, but one day I inspired to do some of the things that Beauty to the Streets do for Skid Row, Las Vegas, and San Diego. If you don't know who she is, here's her Instagram. Yes, yes. Just look, 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 look. I'm definitely going to zoom in for you guys. I'm definitely going to put her information in the comments. But Beauty to the Streets, Miss Shirley. Y'all just look at Miss Shirley. You know what I'm saying? Miss Shirley is just doing God's work, and she's showing acts of love and good works. She's motivating people to be better. And I know sometimes it's hard for us to get in a space where we want to motivate people, especially when it comes to drug addicts, and people who are homeless. I feel like we tend to, some of us make fun, some of us, don't show as much care as we will, we probably should give. And then some of us downright like, yeah, nah. We in the same world you live in. We got the same resources, same opportunities. Find a way, figure it out, and make it happen. And I just want to say, first of all, drug addiction is it's such a major disease that we just say, oh, well, you shouldn't be doing drugs. Sometimes you haven't. It could be one time, and that could be the one time that takes you out forever. So I just challenge people to be more kind and do more. What Miss Shirley does is every day, which it feels like it's every day. I'm not sure if it's really every day, but it definitely feels like every day. Sometimes she's on live while she's doing this, so then it is every day. But Miss Shirley goes in the community, especially like Skid Row, and she has this truck. This truck is filled with food, like snacks, treats, and medical care, like band-aids, uh, things like sanitary items that women may need, just little simple things for babies. And one of the best things I think that really motivate me is, if you are old or you have a child, you always get to go in the front of the line. She understands the importance of kids and elderly, and I love that about her, because I feel like we forgot that we have to pour into these kids. I know they're a little but we still have to pour into them, because they don't, some of these kids don't know what love is. So if we are more loving and we give them acts of of love and good works, if we show people that there is still good people out there, guess what that may do in return? It may make them understand life and see things in a different light and want to do the same thing. I will say I've always been a helper, always wanted to pour into people. But as I've gotten older and wiser, I want to pour into people that may have had the same resources as me, may have had the same opportunity as me, but life just hit them and they fell. And sometimes we fall and we need people to pick us up. And Miss Shirley is somebody who's picking these people up off the strength that I personally just feels like she thinks and she knows that she is doing God's work, and I love that for her. Um, but Miss Shirley, she it's like when you're doing something and you know you're doing it authentically, you know it's coming from the heart. You can tell she has so much joy to do it. You can tell that, like, if it was any job in the world, she's happy and blessed that this is her job. And I don't know if she even thinks it's a job, or I don't know if she thinks it's a career, but Miss Shirley, you are doing, the Lord's work. You continue to motivate me to be more, to do more. You motivate me to find ways to be an assistant to my community, regardless of what that community is. Be an assistant to my family members, because I got family that struggles with drug addiction as well, who also, they have their moments on the streets. And I just think that the streets is not where you want people to grow. The streets is not where you want your family to be. And I commend Miss Shirley for the work that she does, and I truly do believe that we need more people like that, and more people that is showing it. I know that sometimes we be like, oh no, if you're gonna do good, you're gonna do something nice for people. You don't need to be flaunting it. You don't need to do that. No, do it, y'all. We need to see it. We need to see it, because I think we're at a place in our lives. We're in a time where I don't think people believe people are doing this unless they're seeing it. And I will say I never made Mr. Beast one of my motivational people, and I probably won't. Just because I don't know if what he's doing is real. I don't know if these are real people or these are paid actors. As much as much as social media has shown me, I'm like, I don't know, Mr. Beast. I don't know. It just seemed too scripted. It just seemed too perfect. Or it's this is a family in need, and you didn't just meet them on the street. You already knew this was a family you were gonna pick. This was the family you were gonna, give things to. I think that's where maybe that's where I think it's just like, that's what gives me fake. But if Mr. Beast is doing what Mr. Beast is, another person, if it's real, is another person that is doing God's work by being by motivating people to acts of love and good through acts of love and good works. Um, Mercedes of For Beauty to the Streets is somebody that I think we have seen just blossom into the woman she's becoming, the woman that she is, and the woman that she's growing into. We love it. And just even how Miss Shirley handled the situation with Mercedes, I thought was wonderful. And it really showed, like, in that moment, in that space, I think that was that moment where I can say Miss Shirley is changing the world one day at a time, one moment at a time, one person at a time. How she has families, reconnecting with some of the patrons that come to her truck. I I I just want to say, Miss Shirley, you about to give me the shout, girl. And I pray and hope that one day I can do that for Delaware, for Philly, even for the DMV area. The things that, like I said, the things that I see on some of these social media accounts, for the accounts that make us more aware of what is happening, for the accounts that, put us on to what are some people are going through. I commend y'all. Please keep doing that, because we need to know what's happening in our city, what's happening in our community. And just because we made it, just because we got through it, doesn't mean we can't be a help to someone else. So with that being said, as I leave, or as I get to prepare myself to go, I once again want to let you know, man, from out of Hebrews 10:24, the NLT version. Let us think of ways to motivate one another to acts of love and good works. I challenge you guys. to this week, to next week, to the week after next, to continue to do kind things for people. But this week in particular, do something kind for someone you never met, someone you don't know. And if you're not there yet, because I know sometimes we got to meet people where they at. We got to meet people where they at. I challenge you to do something kind for someone you do know. It doesn't always have to be in a financial way. Sometimes calling and checking up on people matters. Sometimes, sending somebody a card matters. You just never know, what that small thing is gonna do to someone's life. I know we always joke, or people joke and talk about how, oh, that's a small thing, man. You got to think big. You know what I'm saying? Well, always I look at it like this. Yes, you got to think big. You thinking small, but sometimes you got to think small just to get to the big. And what I mean by that, the small things sometimes matter. And small acts of love and good works matters. That could be the one thing that makes somebody stay alive. That may be the one thing that challenge somebody not to give up. That may be the one thing that challenge someone uh to to not even just to give up but settle, right? Because sometimes we can get comfortable and be okay with the lifestyle we have, and we don't want more. And somebody change our life, or do a kind act, or show us good works, or give us grace, or give us an opportunity, and then we realize, like, hold up, wait a minute. I mean, God, what was you bringing me through? God, what did I need to see? God, what do I need to learn? You never know what that little thing can do, and how that can change the trajectory of someone's life. So this week, and not just this week on, man. I mean, not just this week, but keep going. I challenge y'all to be kind to someone, regardless if you know them or don't know them. Give people grace, because this, in the world we're living in right now, grace is the one thing I think we all deserve and we all should receive. Shout out to Beauty the Street. Shout out to Miss Shirley for the great works that she is doing. If I Like I always say, I want to be like her when I grow up. As I grow and elevate, I too want to strive to be a leading force in my community of helping people in need. With that, I love and I appreciate y'all, and I hope and I pray that you guys have an amazing, amazing week. Because if you don't, then who will? I love and I appreciate y'all. Peace.